Thank you, Vaishali. And I think what all of you spoke about are very real-time sort of barriers, and definitely you provided us with solutions also. And I'm hoping going forward, as an economy, we can work towards those solutions. Yorien, moving to sort of you were talking about, your experience through organizing exhibitions and just being in touch with multiple stakeholders through the trade shows that you conduct. Yorien, where do you see this industry moving in the next 5 years?
I think there's a quite quick developments are going on at the moment, and especially what I quite like, what the developments are, and then I speak for Europe, I'm not sure how it is in the other parts, is that the government is getting more and more involved. I know that there are some researches, some documents from the government, the European Commission have been brought out last year, where remanufacturing is a part of their sustainable agenda. So what they would like to have is that in 2030, 2050, they want to have a zero emission car park, so that the complete automotive industry is zero emission cars. And that has an impact on remanufacturing, but that also makes remanufacturing way more important. So I believe that within the next 5 years, there will be a switch, and there will be a more switch to battery pack Reman. However, the growth will be tremendous because there will be more electronic cars on the road.
Thank you, Yorien. Vaishali, we'd like to, now that we hear success stories from all of you, we'd sort of like to hear about how your professional journey in the remanufacturing industry has been, with respect to maybe a breakthrough or scaling up or innovation, especially in India. I mean, if you could just talk about maybe top highlights or solutions that, you could reflect thinking about your journey in the Reman industry.
Yeah, sure, Saloni. So as we discussed, there is really tremendous scope for remanufacturing, and as we all saw, Cummins has very aspirational goals into the sustainability areas, and hence actually the Cummins Recon plant, that is a new and recon parts operations business unit, is actively contributing to this. So we at Cummins, we are really actually as good as any new like first fit actually, like a business unit or any like engineering setup. And the journey, like Saloni, you asked us. So we started actually, the first with the plant product engineering supporting team, and then eventually we spread actually our rings with the different actually verticals. So now we have actually currently in the engineering 3 verticals. The one is the research and technology, and we have a remanufacturing lab which has been set up at our Cummins Technical Center, which takes care of actually development of the salvage recipe for our 2 plants, as well as we also extend our support to our San Luis Potosi R&D Center, which is dedicated for our remanufacturing over there to all the Cummins plant. So and this is kind of a lab which takes care of all the defect studies, then the component studies, scrap studies we do. Then we actually work with the technology suppliers and universities if we do not actually develop anything in-house. So we take the help of them and we get connected with the expertise and develop the recipes. And once that recipe is actually ready, we hand over to the plant for the implementation. And during that, not only the R&D, the another wing, as I mentioned, is we have a group of simulation-based actually analysis. So we use actually ANSYS, the softwares like ANSYS, Frank 3D analysis for crack propagation analysis. So can actually analyze what is the fatigue life available for our components, and can they be used for the next life. And then with how does this help is it reduces the hard validation to the certain extent. I will not say it will eliminate the total engine testing, but it definitely help to reduce actually some of the hard validations, and hence the cost and the turnaround time. So we use actively very much all these simulation based techniques, and then hand over actually to the plant. Definitely, as innovation is also really a major part of any remanufacturing plant or any remanufacturing engineering. It may not be really the big scale innovations, but yes, every day the quality issues or every day the defects into the parts that leads to really think what differently I can address and how I can actually develop the new salvage recipe, and I will actually reduce the scrap and improve my material margin. So this is how we work along, and then we continue actually like our salvage development. And about the journey, I think it has been really definitely kind of a hard working journey. Me and along with my team members are very much actively supporting on these initiatives. But definitely all these initiatives led I would say really brought the fruits every year, really grabbing the business impact or the global impact award, because as I mentioned, every salvage recipe has, we call it NERD, that is a new, unique and difficult actually the process or the salvage recipes, which has been really helped to actually receive these kind of a prestigious award within Cummins and contributing to the business continuously. So we keep on extending our actually support as we grow into our actually business and continue actually our journey on that. So overall, definitely it's a hard working, continuously actually working with the different technology suppliers in and out, and continuously keep on innovating is the journey. But it is really, I would say, very satisfying journey and enjoyable journey also.
Vaishali, I think continuous innovation that you've left us with, it's really, really inspiring to know. Cheryl, if you could share, since we're learning about women and successful women in the remanufacturing industry, and you touched about how MERA is supporting women in remanufacturing network. If you could sort of talk to us about a little bit about it and maybe share some thoughts or stories from that perspective.
Sure. So it's been very inspiring. We weren't really sure what what they would think about it, or if it was something that our members wanted.
I think Saloni, Cheryl maybe got dropped out, or maybe we have to.
We can hear her.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Cheryl. Vaishali, we can hear her. Can you hear me?
Okay. So we weren't really sure, in the beginning, how our members would embrace the group, but they really have. And I think the real benefit of it is that they can come together in this, virtual setting for right now anyway, and they can talk about common issues. And what's really great about it is that the women that are in the group are from small, medium, large companies. Some of them are just starting their careers. Some of them have been, our industry veterans. And so we have diverse roles. We have different places within their career paths. And some are working with remanufacturers. Some of them are suppliers to remanufacturers. And they all bring different experiences. And so we come together and, share information about ourselves. Some women are the only female in their entire company, for smaller companies. So they don't have that outlet. They don't have someone, to turn to for advice, or, just to, have that other female companionship to, talk about common interests and common, work-related issues. So it's been, again, we're just getting started. But I think it's been something that's really been embraced, and everyone is so enthusiastic. Every time we leave a meeting, we're anxious to get back together again.
Oh, that's really, really great to hear. And Yorien, what has inspired you to join this industry and continue to be a part of it?
Well, actually, to be honest, when I started at Rematec, I had no idea about remanufacturing. It was really the first time that I got any knowledge about it, but the industry was very helpful to me. They wanted to explain everything to me. It's quite a difficult industry to understand, especially when you do not have a technical background. But the industry really took me to a lot of companies, showed me everything, explained me everything, and I really started to love the industry. I really like it, and especially because it's so much to do with sustainability, and it's new in the circular economy. However, I do like I like it, maybe sounds a bit strange, but that there are still some challenges which we must overcome, and I'm really looking forward to helping these challenges and to solve these kind of problems. Of course, not only for myself, but with the whole group, so with the whole industry. And I really believe that remanufacturing can be more common and can be a big part of the circular economy.
That's absolutely, I think, again, great to hear, Yorien.